What you doing after you smoke this? Happy 420. You guys already know it's like, I took a nap before this because I figured I needed it, one, but then also because, I don't know, something tells me that I need to be beyond well rested for this. I've been waiting for this for a long time. So I've had these raw cones for like a couple months now. I've had these for a minute and I knew it was going to take me a bit of work to roll this up. It didn't take as much flour as I thought it was going to take. I figured I would be grinding up flour for hours and hours trying to get this full, but it really wasn't that big. It's crazy that I'm saying this isn't that big because it's pretty freaking big, but I feel like it could be bigger. You know what I mean? That's what she said. That's what I said. It took maybe 15-20 minutes to grind up the flour and put it in. And my thing with the cones, like, I'm a cone girl. I don't really smoke anything other than cones. I mean, papers, yeah, but I can't roll. And I don't have time to sit there and stress about my roll being perfect. And it's not even about the paper being rolled perfectly. It's more so just being smokable, you know what I mean? And making sure that I don't have to keep starting and stopping. But the thing about the cones, I like to get as much flour in the cone as possible. So I'm constantly like stuffing, trying to get it in, trying to do all this extra stuff. So whatever. I really don't have any plans for the smoke sesh. I just wanted to sit down with you guys and finally get rid of one of these. I probably won't even get through all of this, honestly. If I do, call the cops immediately. I really didn't plan this out. I just knew that I wanted to kind of sit and talk with you guys and get rid of one of these in the sake of the good old holiday. Hold on, I have to go get Bob. Bob's here. It's actually like 5 in the morning. Not like 5 in the morning. It actually is 5 in the morning. So this is actually perfect. I had to deal with my dog before this, and I figured that would be the perfect, like, it stressed me out. So let's That's another thing about cones. Like, every time, no matter how the size of the cone, I'll light it and it kind of like, it'll burn on one side before it burns on the other. Here, get your hit out of the way now because that's it. I was just telling you guys about how my dog has been really like, I'm nervous. I'm kind of nervous about this. I'm not going to lie. I started to tell you guys how my dog has been like, I don't know. So it's definitely my fault. Like, everything that's wrong with my dog, well, not everything, but some of the things that are wrong with my dog is definitely my fault. I spoiled him, and I think this just further proves to me, and it should prove to everyone else, why I really wouldn't be a good parent, because my dog is so far gone. It's not even funny. He's just so spiteful. And I know that you guys think that dogs or animals in general aren't intelligent. I don't know where you guys got this from. Here, take another hit. One more. Just one more. Take one more. Okay, that's it. Anyway, so it's like, my dog is so spiteful. Like, he's part Yorkie, and we all know that Yorkies are insane, right? But I don't know. He's also not fixed. I want grandkids. I decided that I'm not going to fix him. Also, I talked about this in one of the blog posts on pegapals.com, where it's like, my dog not being fixed, when I meet dogs that are fixed, they are so different. And Pegasus, who's my dog, is very aggressive. He's a man. Like, he's aggressive. He's like spiteful a little bit when he wants to be. He gets revenge. Like, he's male dog. And so, I don't know. I feel like, in a way, yes, I do want him to have puppies, but also I want him to keep his personality, you know, like, I want him to be the dog, that nature made him. I don't want to like make him some watered down version of that. So that, plus the fact that I spoiled the heck out of him, really has him feeling himself and really has him going around like acting as if this is okay. If I'm having a conversation with someone, he'll get upset and then go pee on something. I just started putting him in the cage because I didn't do that at all when he was a puppy. And of course, that's me messing up. I put him in the cage when he was a puppy once. I got him when he was 8 weeks old. So he was like a brand new puppy. And I felt bad because I was ripping him from his home. When I brought him into my home, I had like 2 jobs at the time. I didn't really have as much time to spend with the puppy as you're supposed to have. So I started overcompensating. Every time I left, I would come back with something. Here's this new puppy ripped away from his home in the city, all these noises, all these weird sounds, weird smells, everything. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna I'm just gonna overcompensate. Be that parent that like doesn't have any time for their kids, but has all the toys and all the food. It got so bad to the point where when I would leave and come back, if I had bags, even if I didn't have anything for him, he would be rummaging through the bags. Like, what did you bring me? What did you, like, I know you brought me something, so where is it? That's awful, by the way, number one. Number two, I'm like soft. Like, I'll punish him, like hit him or like yell at him. But it's gotten to the point where he doesn't care anymore. If I hit him, he'll take the hit. It's fine. Like, he'll run from me. Like, he's scared of me. He fears me. But like he doesn't take me seriously, and like that's the problem. Those are the kind of kids I'm gonna have spoiled and just rotten kids. So shout out to everyone that's a celebrity now on Instagram. Honestly, I saw this coming beforehand. If anything, I think that we're finally in the know that none of this is real. It's all BS. Like, I really want to shout out everyone that started the participation trophy thing, because with that, everyone thinks that we're on the same level. And so why would you not think that as time progresses, when you're telling people, yeah, you get an A+ just for showing up, or like, here, you get a trophy too. It doesn't matter what you bring to the table. You're special, you're special, you're special. We're making everyone believe that they're special. Sure, fine, I get it. You want everyone to feel included. But unfortunately, what that does, it gives the illusion that everyone is actually on the same level when that's not real. Everyone seems to think that Mother Nature isn't a cold-hearted bitch. Like, I don't know why everyone makes it seem like nature isn't crazy. Like, nature is vicious. Think about like hurricanes or like tornadoes, like natural disasters that are cutthroat. Like, nature is cutthroat. There's always been an aspect of survival of the fittest. There's always been an aspect of you either win or you lose. There was a video the other day that I saw the guy at the gym. It looks like a movie set. Everyone has their own little thing. And don't get me wrong, like, content, hey, that's the world. Like, that's what we're in. But there's a difference, I feel like, from like believing that you're some like, I don't know, who do you think you are, this worldly being, and that everyone has to have the same view of you that you have of yourself. Like, I think that's crazy. It's kind of like everyone is so validated without being validated. Everybody is this grandiose person, but there's no real backing behind that. Like, nobody has ever solidified that fact. It's kind of just in your head. Like, you're in your head thinking like you're this big person, and it's like you expect the world to also think that, but it's, we don't believe you, you need more people kind of thing, you know? It's not really like adding up. This is burning really slow. I expected to at least be here by now. It's not happening. So of course the fire alarm comes on twice at that. The fire department will just come out if no one answers or says anything. So it goes off and I jump up, try to put this out. This thing will not go out. Wasted the flour that was at the tip of it. A mess. I took the cushions off of the couch because I don't want to mess them up. So let's try this again, maybe. I've never been smoking and had the fire alarm go off, ever. Now I really need it.
Anyway, back to what I was saying.
Unfortunately, we live in a world now that you have to be somebody to be somebody. The lack of individuality, there's no individuality anymore. And it's like not even hidden, you know, like everybody is an exact clone of each other. It's not even talked about. Like, it's one of those things that we all see, but it's kind of just like, it's normal? I don't know. So what do you expect? If you have people thinking that you have to be like a celebrity, you have to be verified, or you have to be whatever in order to get what you want out of life, why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you want to like emulate what you think it is? And that's the thing that bothers me about like influencing and even real celebrities. A lot of these people portray certain things and do certain things to make others believe that it's something that it's not. And so you have all of these people aspiring to be that, or you have these people wanting to do this, or like wanting to be something that is not even real, like, or is not even what they think it is. It's one thing to be living your lifestyle and you're fine with it. Okay, cool. But to be living a lifestyle that you don't even really like, and you're trying to persuade other people that that's what they have to have in order to be happy, or in order to be, I don't know, whatever, Like, that's crazy to me, because you have these people doing that, like doing these things, you know? You have them wearing the same things, doing the same stuff, thinking that this is what you have to do. And it's crazy because it's so mindless. Like, people are doing it blindly. Like, people are just being other people blindly. Nobody has a personality. Nobody has a distinguishing, like, factor about them. Everybody wants to be like everybody. It's so crazy. I was on TikTok a couple of weeks ago. Now, I don't know if this was the first video like this, but this was the first one that I saw, where there was a girl, black girl, of course, and there was a cute black girl walking into work. Before she walked in, it was like, point of view, I'm on the schedule. And she's walking in, and it's slow motion, and the content was fire. Like, it was a great idea. And of course, she killed it. And as she's walking in, she's getting like the reactions of all the people that she's working with. But if you know, you know. A week later, I'm scrolling down and I see the same video several different times, multiple different people, and they're doing it as if I didn't just see the original video. Like, you know what I mean? And like I said, I don't know if that was the original. It could have been, I don't know, maybe she got it from someone else. But either way, it's like, that's so common now, where it's like, I'll see something and then I'll see it 30 more times, and I'm seeing it as if I'm supposed to believe it's the first time I saw it. Like, there's no creativity. Everybody's just taking ideas from each other. And it's not just the little people. Like, it's not just the people that aren't quote unquote famous, because celebrities do it all the time too. Like, hard work isn't necessarily valued anymore. Like, everyone talks about the hard work. Everyone understands the idea of hard work, but hard work isn't something that's like real anymore. No one expects you to work hard anymore. It's all like a facade. That's what it is about, like the verification stickers or whatever. You're a star. Pay us, and then we'll verify that you're a star. We'll tell everyone else that you're a star. Being known and being famous is so common now that it doesn't mean anything. Like, we're headed to where it doesn't mean anything, and now it's the opposite that's about to start happening. I'm probably not gonna finish this. So, quick story time. I'm working at this club. I'm bartending at the strip club. And it was a really small strip club. It wasn't like anything spectacular, but I'm behind the bar, so I don't care. So this dancer, one day, I wasn't there long, but at this point, when she said this, I was there for like at least 2 months. She goes, and it was one of those days where she had a bit to drink. Like, she was feeling like, you know, she could finally say, it was on her mind for a while, but she felt like she could finally say it to me. And so she goes, you know, Angel, me and the other girls, like, we like you and everything. It's just, I don't know, we feel like you don't really talk to us, and we don't like that. And I was like, excuse me? And she was like, yeah, it's like, not that we want you to be Joe or anything, which is exactly what she wants. And Joe as in like, overly friendly. It's not that we want you to be Joe or anything, but we kind of, you know, like, just, you don't really talk to us. You don't really get to know us. And my immediate thought was, who are you? Like, who are you that I need to go out of my way every single day to come over and talk to you? I'm not here to make friends. Like no offense, but like, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money and go home. I'm not really here for much else. So then after that, she proceeds to go on stage and do some crap that I would never do for money even. And here she was doing this for free. And number two, as she was having like conversations with other people, in my head I'm like, girl, we have nothing in common. We're not the same type of person. As I hear you speak, as I hear you have these conversations with other people, you are solidifying the fact that I'm doing the right thing by never speaking to you, because we don't have anything to talk about. And also I said to her, I speak when spoken to. So you mean to tell me that I have to go out of my way to speak to you, but you don't do the same? This is the first time you've even said anything to me. I don't know her name, like nothing. But she was telling me that I was wrong because I didn't extend myself every day to try to get to know her and her friends. Who the hell are you and your friends? Like, who are y'all? And that's where we're at in the world. Like, everyone is so entitled. Everyone feels like I'm somebody to know. Like, who are you to walk in here and not want to be friends with me? And that right there just goes to show, like, people are delusional. People are delusional. They have this sense of entitlement without any backing. Another story. This story is good. I was just thinking about this story. I feel like Jay-Z in the Big Pimpin' video. Okay, it's here now. Prepare for takeoff now. Another story time. Quick story, but very, very important story that everyone needs to listen to. So sometimes things happen to me, even like previous things have happened to me, and at the time, I didn't really pay attention to what was happening or what I was seeing. As I reflect on certain things, I say, I needed to experience that, I needed to see that, so I can understand what I understand now. So I used to work at this restaurant. It was a pretty popular restaurant. Very important people would be at this restaurant. People that wanted to be very important people would be at this restaurant, etc. I meet this guy. At first glance, you know, you see the designer, you see like the people he's around, you're like, okay, like whatever. So he gets me to hang out with him, like he invites me to hang out with him, and I say, okay, cool, we hang out. After work one night, he meets me at the place I'm working at, and when we go out afterwards, no red flags as of yet. The second time we hang out, he invites me to the place that he's staying at, because he has like a pool. I meet him at his place. I was only there for about 15 minutes when all of a sudden I hear a knock on the door. Boom, boom, boom. He opens the door. As he's opening the door, the person on the other side of the door is a locksmith. I guess the building's like locksmith, and he's walking in and he's like, I'm here to change the locks. And I'm like, okay. And immediately, like the guy that I'm hanging out with, he goes into attack mode, like changing the locks, like, oh. I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but it's getting real, right? I was only there for like 15 minutes. I couldn't believe how quickly it was all going down. That was the first red flag. That was the first sign that I should have got the hell up out of there. The locksmith was like, listen, man, like, I'm just here to do my job. They sent me up here, told me to change the locks. That's what I'm doing. He's like, okay, let's go downstairs. Tells me to grab my stuff. We go downstairs. So we go downstairs into like the office. He goes in there. I'm sitting down like, why am I still here? But I'm still here. But now I'm intrigued. Like, what is going on? What is happening? And I'm also thinking that it's a misunderstanding. I'm thinking that, okay, we're going to figure this out and then go back to chilling, having a good time. I'm ready to go. Like, I actually wanted to get in the pool. So I'm like, hopefully we can get this, you know, settled quickly. So I'm sitting where I'm sitting for about 10 minutes. He's in the office for like 10 minutes. He comes back out with a piece of paper. He also comes out on the phone. He comes to where I'm sitting. Nothing's really going on. And I keep trying to like sneak glances at the paper because I can tell it's a receipt. On this receipt, I see like last amount paid. And I swear to you, like I wouldn't even make something like this up. The last amount that was paid was $11. $11 like towards rent. I can't remember the last time I got a meal for $11. And here you are with an $11 receipt for rent. The fact that I didn't run out of there at that moment, like I'm glad that I did stay. I wouldn't be here telling this story if I didn't. Take another hit because it's about to get good. I'm waiting for him to either go in there and pay what he owes or figure something out. Goes back into the office, comes out, and goes, okay, so I gotta get my stuff. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, okay. I'm still in shock because I'm like, wait, this is really happening to him? I would have never suspected that this would be happening to this guy right here. Now we go back upstairs and I feel bad because now he's like packing up his stuff and the apartment is full. Like it's a full apartment. And I'm like, it was wild in itself that this was happening when I got there. We're now standing in his apartment, who I find out now is technically his cousin's apartment or his friend's apartment. Either way, the apartment wasn't his. I didn't want to be the girl that was like, all right, well, I'll see ya. And I should have been. Like, I can at least like help him figure out what he's going to do next. I wouldn't want to be in a situation where I'm sitting here with somebody and I'm going through it and the person that like is here with me at the moment just walks out. Like, I'm not like that. Let me do at least what I can do. I had work that day. Like, I had work that night at like 6 o'clock and it was already like 2 o'clock when this was all going down. We start packing. We start folding up clothes. Guys, I'm moving designer, like Chanel this. As I'm packing all this stuff up, I'm like, wow, you could have easily paid whatever your rent was with this or with these. What is really going on here? Like, here's this guy that you would think, right? And then even in the flesh, like, you're seeing it and it's like, okay, one, your priorities. What's going on with that? Two, who are you keeping up with? Like, who are you, like, what are you doing? So it's all packed up. He goes, I don't know where I'm going to take all this stuff, but I'm gonna have to use the truck that's outside. I'm like, okay, bet. Yeah, we get outside and it's this old, I mean like crazy beat up pickup truck, and I'm like, okay. Open the door and there's trash everywhere. Like, you couldn't even sit in the car because there was just like trash on the floor, on the seats, on the, like, I couldn't believe it. And I remember like him chuckling to himself, like, I can't believe this. And I'm like, it was almost like he was embarrassed. And I'm like, you're embarrassed now? Like, you're embarrassed now? Why? Because the veil is being pulled back and someone outside of yourself sees the facade? I'm glad I witnessed that, because that's a lot of what's going on now. She looks like a star, but only on camera, only on camera, only on camera. So many people are falling into the trap thinking that it's something, and it's not. It's really not. And it's sad, because why do you need to pay to feel like somebody? Why do you need other people to validate that you're somebody? That's an issue. Like, that's a problem in itself. It's so bad that like even individuality is being faked. Like, everyone's so creative now, but it's not, because everyone's doing the same stuff. Like, I'm not really trying to look to make it make sense. I'm just sitting here smoking, making conversation, because somebody's got to talk about it. Speaking of weed though, isn't it crazy that we're like in a world now where weed is just a thing? Like, I find it so bizarre. I was walking down the street the other day and I saw like one of those like billboard posters. Who would have thought we'd be walking down the street in major cities and seeing weed just being advertised? It's wild, because there's so many people that literally lost lives and experiences and everything due to it being considered a drug and it being considered something wrong. To sit back and watch the world engage and get rich off of, and just be able to enjoy something that you lost your life to, you lost your freedom to, like, that's crazy as hell. Being a part of it means a lot, I think, because it's kind of just like get back, you know? Something I noticed about the world and some of the people that run it, the people that have the means and the abilities to do certain things aren't always the right people for the job. They aren't always the most capable. I've recently seen this up close. There are people in the world that are so capable and eager to do certain things, but they don't have the means to do it, or they don't have the backing to do it. All these people that do have the means to get it done, and they suck at it, but they keep that position simply because they have it. There's so many people that are so much better at what you do. It's kind of a motivator. I don't know. That's it. As usual, it was great talking to you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Just do your best out here. That's the best advice. Hey, as long as I got Bob, and as long as I got Mary, I think we'll be okay. Happy 420. See you guys next time. Bye.